Hi everyone. I've been humming and hawing all day as to whether or not to actually do a video like this at all. Just very plain simple, no credits at the start or end or music playing in the background. Just something about the recent London knife attack. Thankfully I'm in a completely different part of the UK. I was never personally in any danger, none of my family were in any danger. But obviously that was a very horrible, tragic set of circumstances. And I've decided to hell with it. I'm not interested in what kind of comments I get from this, if any. What I am interested in is trying to help make sure people are as safe as possible if this kind of thing happens again, and if it happens near them. So yes, we are talking a knife attack. The knife attack that happened in London this Saturday evening, and literally this is Monday, just a couple of days after. So I'm not going to go over the details as to what happened, because I'm sure by now you will more than likely know. I'll put a link up in the comments in the description section about the actual attack, something in one of the news articles. What I want to do, and if I can pull myself together enough to actually do this, is to just basically give some very simple and hopefully effective, very basic methodology on what to do if you are attacked by somebody with a knife. And I don't care whether you want to call it knife fighting or anything else. There are some basic principles that would apply no matter what. You might have heard the phrase, first rule of a knife fight, don't get into a knife fight. And the simple idea there is because two people going at each other with knives, both of them are going to get hurt. It's unavoidable. Unless one of them is way, way better and way faster than the other, they're still both going to get hurt in some way or another. That's how dangerous things are. So, obviously a knife fight and a knife attack are not quite the same thing. There are still similarities. If you are attacked by somebody with a knife, get out of there. Run. Don't try to be a hero. Put as much distance between you and them. Do what you can to survive. Run away. Run away and raise the alarm. Scream, yell, shout. Okay? Do anything you can to let people know that you are being attacked, because if obviously they give up on you, they might go after somebody else. We saw that happening on the London attack as well. From plenty of eyewitnesses have described exactly that happening. If you have no choice but to defend yourself, if you are trapped for some reason, then look for anything that can be used as a weapon. Continue screaming and shouting and let people know. One of the things that happened in the London attacks that a lot of people did was they actually came to the aid of other people who were being attacked. They were throwing things at the attackers, whether it was tables, chairs, glasses, anything and everything that is nearby you could potentially be used to at the very least slow down your attacker. If there's something like a table or a chair, you could throw it at them, or you could maybe use it as some kind of makeshift shield. Keep them away from you. Okay? Stop them from being able to try to stab you, because if they get close to you, they're not just going to try to stab you once, they're going to try to stab you several times. One of the eyewitnesses said that one woman he saw getting stabbed got stabbed maybe 10 to 15 times, possibly even more, who knows. If you think about how fast somebody can punch, in just a few seconds, how many punches somebody can actually throw, imagine how much damage that would be done with the same speed, but with a knife. Okay? It's an absolutely horrible situation to think about, and this is the whole reason I'm in two minds about doing this video, because it's such a horrible thing to have to think about. But these are the main tips that anybody can give you. Run away, survive, call for attention, make sure everybody knows what's going on. Okay, the police will get there sooner or later, but just try to get away, get somewhere safe. A lot of shopkeepers were actually getting people into safety and then closing their doors, locking the doors, getting their security shutters down. So there were plenty of people doing whatever they could to help other people. And of course the people that got stabbed, there were lots of people, as far as I can tell, getting medical attention, getting whatever help they could get from the people inside the shops, or the people that were able to come to their aid after the attacks had moved on to the next spot. Again, thankfully we all know what happened to those attackers, but I'm not going to go into that. That's not even a discussion I'm going to do on video. Escape, call attention, get help, get somewhere safe, get somewhere secure. If you have no choice but to have to defend yourself, use whatever you can as a weapon yourself in any way, shape or form. If you do have nothing at all to defend yourself with, if you are cornered by the attacker, stay mobile, stay light on your feet. It's going to be difficult because you'll have all kinds of thoughts, all kind of panicked reactions going in your head. Adrenaline will be pumping, but you've got to do everything you can to avoid their attacks. Yes, there are methods of self-defense where people can disarm a knife attacker, and anybody who is worth their salt as any kind of self-defense instructor, any kind of martial arts instructor, will warn you that this is just something you learn in the classroom environment, that it is not guaranteed to work in real life, in a real life confrontation, and they will warn you about that, about any other self-defense techniques that they could teach you, because in a real fight, technique, form and so on and so forth, that all goes out the window. What does kick in is survival instinct. They're wanting to hurt you, you're wanting to survive, you're wanting to not get hurt, you're wanting to get away. Okay, adrenaline will be pumping, yeah, that's true, but use all of that to get away. If you have no choice but to have to go hand to hand with them, and hopefully that it won't come to that, hopefully you will have gotten away by that before it could come to that, then yes, you're probably going to get cut up, but you just have to do everything you can to minimize that. Okay, if you have to, okay, don't try to grab them on the forearm, don't try to grab them by the hand, grab them around the wrist wherever you can. Okay, if you grab them around the wrist, that restricts the motion. Yes, they can still move it around, okay, but if you grab them by the forearm, they're free to do whatever they want. They can cut you up very, very badly by doing that. By grabbing them at the wrist, they've got less room to manoeuvre that way. They still might be able to cut you, but it'll be to a far less degree. Grab them by the hand, and of course, look, they're still able to do whatever the hell they want. Okay? So that's the one tip I will give you about having to defend yourself up close. Actually, I'll give you two tips. Wherever you can, try to use the back of your hand, okay, to knock the hand that is holding the knife away. Not the inside of your hand, the back of your hand. Okay? There is all kinds of hard bone here that's more likely to hurt them and help knock things away, whereas everything here is more padded. And you've got things like tendons, ligaments and so on. If those get cut up, yes, you're going to bleed, and you're also going to have a completely useless hand for who knows how long. Hopefully a very long time. But yeah, just back of the hand. There are plenty of martial arts instruction videos on YouTube. They're probably being searched for on quite a regular basis right now. Be very wary of trying to learn martial arts or self-defense techniques from a video. You ideally need to be in some kind of training hall in order to actually learn the techniques that they can teach you as correctly as possible. And like I said before, they are not guaranteed to work. I speak as a former second dan in the martial art of Tang Soo Do. We did deal with self-defense techniques, some of which were knife-based, which is what I'm partially basing this video on. I'm not going to go into those techniques. I'm not going to go into techniques beyond what I've already said, beyond survive. Run away, survive, call for help, get attention, defend yourself with anything you can that is around. If you can find a brick on the floor, for example, throw it at them. Even if it misses, that'll buy you some time to get more distance between you and them, and that is more important. Okay, the police will show up as soon as they can. They were reacting within minutes on the London attack, and from what all the reports have said, the attackers were shot within about 10 minutes of the attack begin. But that was 10 minutes of pure hell for all the people who were terrorised by them. And to the people of London, what I want to say is that all of you who ran, you did exactly the right thing. You did exactly what you had to do in that case. and the people of London who actually helped other people, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. Okay, you've all done exactly the right thing. Well done. And I just hope to God that this doesn't happen again. But if it does happen again, then obviously, hopefully we will all do what the people of London did. We will do what we can to survive. We will do what we can to help each other. That's all I've got to say. Take care, everybody.